Welcome to the summary of Dopamine Detox, a short guide to remove distractions and get your brain to do hard things by 𝐷𝐸𝑇𝑂𝑋. Let's uncover the gems together. Key point 1. Stuck on step 1. Have you ever felt strongly about your dreams, but your enthusiasm evaporated when it came to taking action? The gap between wanting and doing can feel too wide to leap, but thankfully, a power play in our brains can help us. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter responsible for reward anticipation. It makes you look forward to good things like chocolate or a kiss, and then your brain stores pleasant memories and motivates you to act this way again. But what if dopamine, your brain's personal cheerleader, starts juggling too many pom-poms at once? Procrastination and fuzzy focus sneak in if you get lost in the need for immediate entertainment and distractions. And when you perform fewer tasks, you might start thinking less of yourself. Confidence wanes while apathy and despair enter the picture. And before you know it, you end up sidetracked, fussing over the little things and pushing your big dreams to the sidelines. Sounds familiar? It's a sign you might benefit from a dopamine detox. A dopamine detox is a period of abstaining from the quick fix, high reward behaviors like incessant smartphone use that flood our brains with dopamine. The idea is to make us appreciate more meaningful pleasures in life. Undergoing a dopamine detox also creates time for reflection. When you declutter your mind, you can take a better look inside. That's a great way to get closer to your wishes and stay on the right path. Write down your fears and try to understand what they mean. Imagine you can create order and peace in your current emotional state. Your level of emotional well-being is invisible, but it's a mighty bubble that either fills you with energy or weighs you down. Stick around to discover the scientific magic a dopamine detox uses to create a more positive emotional bubble. Key point 2. Hacking happiness. Your brain is like a city filled with buildings called neurons. These buildings must communicate for you to move, feel, and think. They send messages to each other with chemical substances known as neurotransmitters, which then travel from neuron to neuron, making you feel, know, or do something. Dopamine is one of these neurotransmitters. Dopamine is not solely responsible for pleasure. Its release in response to an event does not necessarily mean it's enjoyable. On the contrary, feeling empty immediately after the reward is common. Rediscover offline joys like nature walks, journaling, and art. Humans seek the stimulation of dopamine through engaging with the world and mistakenly think that this arousal of senses will lead to fulfillment. Remember that day you spent lying in bed watching Netflix with chocolate crumbs all over the blanket? At times like this, you feel like the world stops and you need a rest from constantly performing. But how did you feel afterward? Find balanced, healthy ways to achieve happiness. Sometimes, being human is tough. You want to hit pause and hide under a warm blanket. We all know these moments, and let's give them a round of applause for keeping us alive and rested. But constantly escaping reality due to fleeting satisfactions will not fulfill you. It will not make you feel love, connection, belonging, or a sense of purpose. So take care of yourself by being attentive to your deeper aspirations and desires. What satisfies you? How does it make you feel? You lose control and focus by pursuing these things for a quick dopamine release. Then you trade your dreams or time with your loved ones for time-wasting activities like social media. It's a slippery slope of distraction. Dopamine is an essential element in your evolutionary backpack. Whenever you do something beneficial for your survival, it pushes you to repeat it. But society has created new ways to trigger dopamine, and not all of them contribute to our well-being. So, remind all these new dopamine-stimulating inventions who is in command. Don't miss out on embodying what you value most. Key point 3. Your life is what you focus on. There are dopamine traps you can fall into by seeking constant stimulation. The more you encourage the release of dopamine, the more you crave it again, which can become an addiction. You can get in a loop of constant shopping, Netflix, sex, work, or alcohol, leading to lost focus, low productivity, and no fulfillment. There are many ways to seek short-term rewards or gratification. It's no surprise they may trick your brain. Your focus is so valuable that major corporations want it. Amazon, Facebook, and YouTube strive to steal your attention with sophisticated algorithms. You watch one video, and the app recommends another, trying to keep you there as long as possible. But these algorithms don't have your best interests in mind. They aim to show you advertisements and make you buy things. Tons of notifications scream at you to stop whatever you're doing and give your time to them. That's how the dopamine neurotransmitters in your brain are hijacked and manipulated. Adjusting your focus to concentrate on the right things isn't easy. Yet, when you act on the knowledge you'll discover in this summary, you'll be more powerful than those billion-dollar companies. Whenever a notification pops up, you expect a like or a message from a friend. You check your emails or YouTube, hoping to find something exciting or fun. And then comes overstimulation and a loss of focus. Limit notifications to minimize constant digital interruptions. Overstimulation happens when you excessively engage in activities that create bursts of pleasure, anticipation, and reward. The feelings you get from it are incredibly fleeting and short-term, and pursuing goals that give you long-term fulfillment doesn't feel like fun. Why would you strain yourself for a real reward when the world offers you a bonus at this exact second? The problem with short-term rewards is that they leave you as quickly as sand through your fingers, and then you feel empty. Instead, you can dedicate time and energy to building a sandcastle you value so much that you want to nourish it over the long term.
You've hit a daily streak by completing 3 key points. Great job!
Key point 4. Make space for meaningful things. Humans have evolved for millions of years. Many of your present behaviors exist because your ancestors believed they were crucial for survival. For example, consuming sugar and fat produces dopamine. In the past, sweet and fatty food helped people survive. It contained energy and provided more calories. So you must thank evolution for your taste preferences, as those who liked sweet and fatty food had more chances to survive and reproduce. Overstimulation and craving more comes from sugar and fat as well, so reflecting on your daily dose is a good idea. Similarly, social media makes you expect fast feedback through a like, comment, or message. It programs people to desire quick results, which differs from how you reach your long-term goals. It's easy to fall for short-term gratification and feel good immediately. But this keeps you from pursuing long-term happiness as you jump from one fleeting pleasure to another, aiming to fill the void of emptiness and unfulfillment as quickly as possible. But the funny thing is, sometimes you need that void. You need to fill it up with things that make you truly happy. And when you overload it with junk food or excessive use of social media, you have no desire to pursue your deeper values. Resist the urge to check for updates and messages constantly. You dive into this world filled with success stories and feel insignificant. And when you feel jealous or not enough, the hustle to suppress it with quick dopamine and overstimulation is even greater. Here are the main things you can do in this case. Ask yourself, what feelings do I invite with the activity I'm doing now? Do I want it to be this way? Then ask, where is my focus right now? Where do I want to be? Practice patience to help you pursue more meaningful things. Get rid of the distractions that leave you feeling restless. Develop long-term thinking about your goals. Remove or reduce whatever stands in your way. Dopamine and constant stimulation can impair your ability to think long-term. 𝐷𝐸𝑃𝐴𝑀𝐼𝑁𝐸. Did you know? Steve Jobs didn't allow his kids to use iPhones or iPads because of the underlying dangers and risks of addiction these devices can pose. Bill Gates didn't give his kids phones until they were 14. Key point 5. Trick your brain before dopamine stimulants do. You procrastinate not because you're not disciplined enough, not capable, or not deserving of your dreams. You procrastinate because you're overstimulated. How often do you feel calm and focused? Think about this. You wake up in the morning, check your phone, scroll through social media, make breakfast, and decide to watch a video while you're eating. You chat with someone, drink another coffee, reply on Instagram, and scroll through stories for 40 minutes. Back to TikTok, send a random email, and do your laundry. You're on a hamster wheel of small tasks that give you a quick dopamine fix. Your essential duties seem uninteresting and dull compared to these tasks. Boom! Welcome to procrastination. You may say that it's not precisely your pattern of morning procrastination, so think about what your distraction loop looks like. Learn to find joy in simple and non-stimulating activities. Here are the top 4 lies your mind will tell you to trick you into overstimulation. 1. You can return to work anytime. What difference will 10 minutes make? Wait, is that you laughing, I hear? The truth is, if you're not in control of your actions, there's a high chance you will lose hours. 2. You can postpone the task for later. But wait, how many goals have you failed to achieve because of delays? There is a risk it will become a habit. 3. Do something else because it's fun and exciting. Exciting doesn't mean fulfilling. Both feelings are important but separate concepts. A comfortable balance should exist between them. 4. You'll miss opportunities if you don't check your social media and emails. But possibilities are everywhere. There will always be plenty of new things. Rate these lies on a scale from 1 to 10 to reflect what keeps you feeling overstimulated. Productivity consists of 3 main components: consistency, impact, and focus. Consistency means developing a routine. The impact is choosing what's most important for you. To be more focused, follow these points. Eliminate distractions. Practice being at the same place at the same time for work. Inspiration and concentration also come from doing, so simply starting the task can help. Work without interruptions for a while. You can do 45-minute cycles of work and a 10 to 15-minute break. Key point 6. From outer chaos to inner peace. Let's focus now on how to deal with overstimulation. A dopamine detox will help you reduce your stimulation level by creating the proper state of mind to perform important or challenging tasks. You can protect your focus by building habits and systems. 𝐷𝐸𝑃𝐴𝑀𝐼𝑁𝐸. There are 3 types of dopamine detox. 1. The 48-hour dopamine detox. It's about eliminating external stimulators for 48 hours, including caffeine, alcohol, movies, phones, social media, video games, the internet, and junk food. Instead, you can meditate, walk, journal, read, do yoga, and enjoy nature. It's also a great time to sleep, eat well, and just exist. Engage in solitude and don't be afraid to get bored. Nothingness is an excellent place for new thoughts and beginnings. 2. The 24-hour dopamine detox. You do the same as the 48-hour detox, but for 24 hours. Returning to a natural and peaceful state of mind might take a while, but 24 hours is a great start. 3. The partial dopamine detox. Here, you can eliminate one activity that eats your energy and time. For example, you can limit social media usage or take a break from streaming services. It may sound scary initially, but if you do your best to follow small steps, your mindset shifts from the unknown to the possible. Let's take a look at how to begin. Step 1. Make a list of do's and don'ts during your detox. What are your greatest distractors? We provided some examples, but listen to what feels right for you. Step 2. Implement friction. How can you avoid overstimulation? For example, if you struggle with Instagram, a good idea might be to delete the app and only use it with a browser. Write ideas like this in your list of do's and don'ts next to each activity. Step 3. Start your day with a calm morning routine. Another idea might be adding something to your morning routine that deepens your focus. For example, stretch and listen to relaxing music. Planning your day gives you clarity and a feeling of control. Start with it first thing in the morning. To avoid procrastination, set intentions for your day. Conclusion. Highly stimulating activities make you lose control of your attention and affect your focus over the long term. Society offers so many things that can hijack your dopamine neurotransmitters. It wants you to buy things. The best way to sell them is to steal your attention and say that you're not enough. Becoming who you want to be, building a happy family, or losing weight can often become complicated. When you're overstimulated by short-term gratification, you cannot do the things that bring the most value to you. Don't expect fulfillment from short-term pleasure activities. Fulfillment comes from activities that align with your values and goals and give you a feeling that you're pursuing your purpose. Choose the type of dopamine detox that feels good to you right now and explore your feelings. Your mind is such a magical system that helps you build your life. Exploring it in such an exciting way might bring you results you never thought possible. If you feel restless or want to check your messages on a detox, take notes to identify your state of mind and what you may have been doing that led to that feeling. It will help you understand yourself better. The world is fighting for your attention, but you must succeed in achieving your aims. Winning the battle for focus is a continuous process. Sometimes you have to start over. You must have power over your environment, not vice versa. After all, your life goes where your focus goes. Try this. After succumbing to overstimulating activities, take a moment to ask yourself these searching questions. Was the benefit from social media or junk food worth my time? Has it improved the quality of my life? What is the next step to make the situation better? What task would make the biggest impact if I completed it? That's all for now. More intriguing summaries are just a click away.